Nancy Duarte, the mastermind behind Al Gore's climate change hit, An Inconvenient Truth, advises spending double the time planning your presentation on paper than you do creating the slides. And hey, if you want your audience to leave your talk buzzing with excitement, give them a killer catchphrase to remember. Exactly like how Steve Jobs said, "Today, Apple reinvents the phone," when he introduced the iPhone. But that's just a snippet of what we're about to tell you. In today's video, we're spilling all the secrets on how to blow minds through your presentation. Practice, practice, practice. Like they say, practice makes perfect in everything, including presenting. Even the seemingly effortlessly charismatic people like Steve Jobs put in hours upon hours of practice to make their speeches shine. Take Winston Churchill, for example. His supposedly spontaneous speeches were actually meticulously rehearsed. So rehearse your own presentation until you know it like the back of your hand. If you absolutely need notes, keep them super brief, just a few keywords per slide, maybe 3 or 4 tops. Hide them where you can sneak a peek without anyone noticing, or better yet, link them to images on your slides so they're practically invisible. And if you really want to up your game, record yourself practicing and watch it back. Look for any stumbling points or nervous moments and work on those until they're smooth as silk. It might even help to rope in a buddy for a second opinion. Don't let curveballs ruin your mojo. Even the pros stumble sometimes. Tech hiccups, skipped slides, or a demo gone awry can throw a wrench in your presentation. But the secret is to stay cool as a cucumber. Unless it's glaringly obvious, don't draw attention to the glitch. Just keep on trucking. And if you can't brush it off, chuckle it off instead.
I'm in danger!
Audiences are pretty forgiving of minor slip-ups as long as you don't have a full-blown meltdown. Now, tough questions, they're like landmines waiting to explode your flow. But fear not, there's a trick, the bucket method. First, predict the FAQs. Then sort them into categories and whip up a generic answer for each. Keep it broad to cover all bases. During your spiel, if a question hits one of those trigger words, fire off your prepared response like a pro. Take a page from Hillary Clinton's playbook before she snagged the Secretary of State gig. She braced for questions about hubby Bill's foundation. Her golden response? "I'm pumped to be the Secretary-elect, and hey, kudos to Bill and the Clinton Foundation for their stellar work." Grab your audience by the ears. When you're crafting any message, be it a presentation, press release, or ad, always keep one burning question in mind. Why should I give a hoot about this? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Because you're serving up a solution on a silver platter. But first, paint a vivid picture of people tearing their hair out over the absence of your product, or the lameness of the competition, like how Jobs did when he was introducing the iPod. First, he laid out the agony of lugging around clunky CD players. Then, ta-da! Enter the iPod, granting people the power to stash their entire music stash in their pocket. But remember, what you're really peddling is a slice of the good life, sans the headaches you painted so vividly. And don't forget, passion is key. Let your fire for problem-solving fuel your pitch, just like Jobs did. Because let's face it, passion is the spark that ignites every great communicator's flame. Keep it simple. Your audience's brains are basically couch potatoes. They like things easy. So when it comes to your slides, stick to one topic per slide. We want people tuning into what you're saying, not squinting at a wall of text. Skip the bullet points and long sentences, they just clutter things up. You know how most presenters try to cram every inch of their slides with info? Big mistake. Steve Jobs had it right. He went for the Zen approach with just a single image or word. So follow suit. Opt for eye-catching visuals over dull text. Pairing pics with your words boost memory big time. And most importantly, don't go on spilling fancy jargon or buzzwords. Talk like you're chatting with a pal. And don't forget to add in some analogies and metaphors, like when Jobs compared the iPod Shuffle to a pack of gum. Boom. Instant mental image. When it comes to data, less is more. Sure, numbers can add some oomph to your presentation, but drown them in digits and you'll have your audience snoring in no time. Take IBM's Roadrunner supercomputer, for instance. Instead of blabbing about its speed and petaflops, they painted a picture. Imagine a tower of laptops stretching 1.5 miles high. That's how fast this beast is. Now that's a metaphor folks can sink their teeth into. But hey, don't stop there. Make that data sing by giving it a personal touch. Like when Jobs unveiled the iPod, instead of spouting specs, he kept it real. Set the stage for what's to come. The magic number 3 isn't just a superstition, it's backed by communication theory. Think about it. Steve Jobs touted the iPhone as a blend of 3 gadgets. JFK laid out 3 key ways to winning the space race. And, well, here's your third example. It's just how our brains like it. When you're crafting your spiel, think in threes. Group your ideas into tidy little trios to pack a punch. After all, folks can only juggle 3 major points at a time. So trim your laundry list of ideas to just 3 key messages. Aim for the gut. Want your presentation to be etched into people's minds forever? Cue the holy shit moment, a revelation that hits them right in the feels. Plan it out, rehearse it to perfection, and watch as jaws drop. See, our brains are wired to latch onto emotional moments like glue. They're the mental post-it notes that stick around long after the slides fade into oblivion. Whether it's Steve Jobs whipping out the MacBook Air from a dinky envelope or a farmer gushing about hugging his kids without pesticide worries, these surprises leave a lasting impression. How to lead the pack in no time? When it comes to communication, it's not just about what you say, it's how you say it. Studies suggest that nonverbal cues and tone of voice can speak volumes, often louder than the actual words. First off, ditch the podium and those drab note cards. Get up close and personal with your audience, lock eyes, and let your hands do the talking. Use pauses, vary your volume, and throw in some spicy inflections to keep things lively. Oh, and about the dress code? Take a page from Jobs' book and aim to look like the leader you aspire to be. Keeping it occasion appropriate, of course. Captivate every corner of your audience's mind. You best believe live demos, video clips, and props can make your message stick like glue. In fact, research even shows that using a mix of media boosts memory retention big time. There's nothing like a short, snappy onstage showcase to wow the crowd. Just ask Steve Jobs. When he dropped the iPhone bomb, he whipped out Google Maps and prank called a nearby Starbucks for 4,000 lattes. Talk about making an impression. And don't sleep on video clips either. Sure, they might not be the norm in business presentations, but they're a surefire way to stand out from the crowd. Key point here is to use these videos and demos as intermissions to give your audience a breather. Don't hog the spotlight. Sharing the spotlight during your presentation isn't just a nice gesture, it's a strategic move that benefits everyone involved. Here are 3 big reasons why. First off, variety's the spice of life, right? Even the most captivating speaker can start to lose their luster after a while. Bringing in fresh faces, whether it's partners, celebrities, or your own team members, injects energy and excitement into the room. But it's not just about pizzazz. Other speakers might be experts in areas you're not. When Apple rolled out sleek new notebooks, Jobs let a design exec take the reins, diving deep into the nitty-gritty of the manufacturing process. It's all about letting the right person shine in the spotlight. And let's not forget the power of a glowing review. Customers' honest opinions add credibility and trust to your pitch. So sprinkle in some live endorsements or video testimonials to seal the deal. Last but not least, don't forget to spread the love. Thank your team, partners, customers, heck, even the audience, and the dogs, if you really love your dogs. It's not just good manners, it's a show of integrity and appreciation that builds bridges and strengthens relationships.